We're here with the championship game, the LOL season. I'm really looking forward to this one. The Drivers and the Smokes both won their first round matchups with a score of 5-3. Let's dive into these rosters. What do you think, Peter?
You know, Poospatuck Smokes with Frank at quarterback, JJ being the chain maker, Gerasi really coming up big with those touchdowns, a guy like Kevin coming from underneath, Jesus running out of the backfield every play. You know, we saw him get hurt in the first game, so I wonder what kind of impact he'll have for this second game. Give me your breakdown on the Biltmore Drivers.
Obviously, you just got word on Jesus. He's going to give it a go, as he did at the end of the Mothman game. Ian Tully, we just got word, is not going to play.
That's going to be a big hit for them.
He is not going to play. Now, they still have that extra sub. They've got John A. and Tyler at the end of the bench, so they will still have a full team. They'll have a full six-man team, but obviously they're missing their most dynamic player and first-round pick in Ian Tully. That changes the whole makeup of this roster. James McDermott now becomes the number one receiver, which he arguably was in the first game historic performance. The load's going to be on Labo and Ray now, and mainly the load's going to fall on the shoulder of Colin Tully. He's going to have to keep these guys involved all game long.
And I wonder if James will feel the effects of not having Ian Tully on the other side of the field.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is on defense. I think this offense, which didn't have a lot of Ian involved in the first game anyway, is probably not going to miss a beat. They'll keep feeding James. Hopefully they can get Labo and Ray involved. But now Colin's going to be asked to sort of take over for Ian covering number one receivers, and it really changes the game for them. So we'll see if it has a major impact on defense.
Yeah, and turnover battles were a big part of the Biltmore Drivers' win. The Smokes only turned the ball over once in their game, so I'd really like to see how turnovers will play a part in this championship game.
All right, let's make it happen. The Poospatuck Smokes have won the coin toss but have deferred to the second half, so we'll see the Drivers' offense to start. All right, we're going to see this Team Tully offense to start. Colin Tully's still a quarterback. We've got first down coming up. John A. patrolling the sidelines.
All right, let's see what the Biltmore Drivers can do on their first drive here.
It looks like Tyler McCarthy is not in a Tully jersey, but on the field. He's wearing blue, and he's in the backfield.
Let's see. He comes from out of the backfield. Colin airs it out. First play of the game.
It's Joe Labo.
I like to see him looking for Joe early in this game. I really feel like they didn't go after him too much in that first game.
He has no choice. With no Ian Tully out there, he's going to have to keep Ray and Joe Labo involved. Here they go, second down after a nice first down game.
Empty backfield. Looking to air it out. He's looking downfield.
He's rolling out. JJ after him. Look how fast Colin is. Even JJ can't catch him. Yeah. Colin Tully could break this one long. Gets a block. And of all people, Dan O'Shea, the stinger, with the stop there.
He's really been putting used to that nickname.
Dan O'Shea has been on fire. All right, let's see what we got out of Colin.
All right, we got Ray coming out in the backfield.
Ray with the early motion there. Colin Tully looking. He was looking for Ray and Kevin McCarthy. Have we said his name enough? Kevin McCarthy with his first career interception, and that changed this game, and Ray looks hurt.
Yeah, Ray's down. I like, Kevin McCarthy just coming up big. Offense last game, defense starting it off this game.
Yeah, great anticipation by Kevin there, cutting off that route. And here comes this Smokes offense.
Short field.
First down. Here we go. Frank airing now deep for Nick Gerasi, and it's a touchdown, Gerasi. One-on-one with Colin Tully. 1-0, just like that. One play drive.
One play, one touchdown, up one Smokes.
That's Gerasi's third touchdown of this tournament. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Let's see how the Drivers can respond. They didn't come out hot on that first drive.
No, they got to turn around. This could get out of hand quick. I know it's only 1-0, but this offense obviously clicking. One play drive.
All right, two players coming out of the backfield. You had James and Tyler.
Colin Tully off target on that pass.
Just misses James on the outside.
We got second down coming up here. Joe Labo with the snap.
All right.
Looks like a run to James. Here. Tries to get outside.
Looks like they're getting back to that run.
Yep. And a tag by Gerasi made.
All right. Short gain, but a gain. Let's see.
Third down coming.
Colin looking for the snap. Let's see. He looks down the left side.
He's got James.
James. Hard catch.
I don't know if that's enough for a first. It's not. Fourth down.
They're going to go for it early in this game.
This is a mistake.
This is too early to go for it, in my opinion.
John A. wide open. Not going to come down with it, and there it is, turnover. You can almost sense that this will be 2-0 in less than a minute.
You're giving them way too short of a field too early in this game.
This offense has been clicking all day. There's only one drive they haven't scored all day. It's just not the right time.
They're giving Frank all day back there.
John A. doesn't want to rush him. He's going to. Frank's going to take his 5 or 6, 7. There he is. Second down upcoming. And Frank's just going to keep looking. He doesn't want to take off. He wants to keep eyes downfield, but if you're going to give him that long, eventually There's going to be a play to be made. Frank rolling out now.
And there's Jesus coming from out of the backfield. Nice to see him come back in this
Gerasi
game.
flashes open. He's just short there on the 1 yard line. And this offense just moving, clicking.
Just short. 3rd and goal. Fake to Jesus.
Frank looking. He dropped that ball.
He dropped it. That
That's a
ball's
fumble.
out.
And he just dives on top of it. We saw Frank throw one into the fence after a fumble. He's not taking any chances on these mismanaged balls.
Yeah, you can't. Let's see what he does here on 4th down and goal.
JJ, touchdown.
Oh, Colin had a hand in there. Just missed the complete swap. JJ just coming up big with a great catch. Touchdown.
JJ finally cashed in on the end zone. He had not found the end zone yet, and there he is. We knew no one was going to keep him out.
Yeah, he's been involved all day.
Like we said, 2-0 just like that, and the hole has begun.
All right, they got to dig themselves out here. You can't go down 3-0 that half.
Joe Labo, keep getting him involved. That's a great pass. It's a great play. It's a way to start the drive. 2nd down.
All right, let's see. Looking to air it out again on 2nd.
Can't find James.
Ball just came out a little too hot, a little too high.
Yeah,
just missed him.
he's having a harder time throwing to that left sideline than he is to the right. Very interesting.
Yeah, and you know what? We haven't talked much about the temperature. I know it doesn't look it, but this is sub-zero temperature. That could really have a big effect on the grip of the quarterback.
I'm not sure if Colin's got the best grip on it, but that's a great 1st down throw to James. Here we go on 1st down. Colin looking, airing it out deep. Caught by James, and he's in the end zone. Gerasi let him get free for 1 second, and we know he'll take advantage based on the first game. And there it is, a 2-1 game. They just got themselves back in it.
Yeah, they needed that. You can't go down 3-0, 2-1. Let's see if they can respond on defense.
Love that
here.
Colin Tully took a shot there. Great play. And there's Frank to JJ on 1st down. A nice little gain.
Yeah, small gain, way to contain by the drivers. You got to avoid that big play.
Yep. Frank with the pump fake, airing it out deep for JJ. He's got him off the hands of JJ.
Oh, just out of his reach. You know, you got to lay yourself out for that, but
that's one I'm sure he could have made. Let's see what they've got here on 3rd and long. 3rd and very long. Frank looking.
All right.
Looking.
John A. contemplating going in. Let's see what he does here.
It looks like Dingo's going to flash open there. Dingo flashes open. And Frank just short-armed him there. Frank couldn't get him to him.
You can't give a quarterback like that all day. He's just going to, find somebody.
4th down. I can't believe they're going for this. They know John A. won't rush, and there's Frank. JJ 1st down. It's almost automatic at this point.
Yeah, how many times have we said that today? Let's take another look.
That's a turning point in the game there, as that could have been a huge 4th down stop. I'm surprised they went for that, but they must have saw something on film they wanted to take advantage of. There's Gerasi in the flat. He's taking it all the way. He's got blockers. There it is. His 4th touchdown.
1st down. Yeah, that's a 9th career receiving touchdown for Gerasi. Big play.
All right, we go into halftime. We've had an interesting start here.
That halftime felt pretty quick. We've got the drivers down 3-1. Tell me what what really stood out to you, Frankie, in that first half.
Team Dan scored every time they had the ball, and there's no reason to believe that that's not going to be the case, especially if you continue to give them the short field. So we've got to see the boot come out, and we've got to see teams punt instead of giving them that short field.
Yeah, one thing I didn't like to see was Biltmore drivers going for it in their deep in their own territory so early in the game, just down 1. If you punt that ball, you give them a long, you give them a long field.
Make them earn it. Yeah,
make them earn it. Then you give them way too easy, way too short of a field to go up 2-0. Then you're in a hole.
Yeah. As we get into the stats here, Gerasi, again, he had 2 touchdowns in the first half of the first round matchup. He's got 2 touchdowns again. It's been working for Gerasi, and we just saw the graphic, 9 career touchdowns. I've got an even crazier stat for you. All 9 of Gerasi's receiving touchdowns have come from the right hand of Frank Zamisa.
Yeah, that's not a big surprise, because when he's normally not playing with a player like Frank Zamisa, he's behind the center himself, tossing it around. But a guy like that, he's just great on both sides of the ball. Great receiver.
I think what's interesting about it for Nick Gerasi, and we won't take anything away from him as a quarterback, as he's established himself as a good one, he is a really good receiver.
Great route runner. And strong hands. He'll come down with the jump ball. He'll cut across the field.
The thing about the film for Gerasi is when he's playing quarterback, his skill as a defender, it seems to ebb and flow with what position he plays, because him as a defender right now and as a receiver, he's playing elite on both sides of the ball. And because JJ's on the D-line, this guy Gerasi's shadowing the best player on the other team, and he's doing an unbelievable job.
Yeah, and I mean, JJ on the D-line is coming up big. It did last game for the Smokes. It is this game already, just in the first half. Just to have that speed to match up with the quarterback like Colin Tully, you really taking away his threat of running. Colin got around him, but just to be able to contain him, have the speed there, have a guy that's not afraid to rush the quarterback when need be. So what do you see from the Biltmore drivers that you think they need to clean up a little bit there, Frankie?
Obviously, we talked about the timely effect of going for it on fourth in certain points of the game. But the other thing is, I actually like what I've seen in terms of Colin's ability to get Labo involved. Obviously, we knew he'd have James involved. Now we have to see him get Ray involved. We have to see him get Tyler involved. He's just got to keep spreading out, which I believe he will do going into the second half, but they've got a hole to dig themselves out of. I think we're ready for the second half here. All right, and we're going to see Team Dan. They deferred, so they're going to get the ball back up 3-1, and obviously it's go time for Team Tully as they have to get a stop. Deep shot.
He's taking a shot first play of the second half.
Dingo can't come down with it. It looked like it might have been a little bit out of reach, but I'm sure he wanted to come down with that one.
See, we've got Jesus coming out of the backfield. He's been coming out of the backfield all day. They have to keep eyes on him.
Another deep shot by Frank, and it's Jesus. There he is. You just said it.
Speaking of the devil,
on one leg,
666, baby.
666 on one leg. That's a great play, and just like that, when you thought they were behind the chains after the incompletion, they've got a first down.
Nice to see him come in and finally get a catch after coming out with that injury as they hit Gerasi there.
Quick hitter, and they're just staying on schedule. It's very rare that you see this team not gain yards on any play. They're always trying to gain something.
It's an efficient offense.
Yeah.
If the deep ball's not there, they don't have a problem taking the underneath play.
JJ has a step, and there's a drop. That ball was perfectly placed. JJ couldn't come down with it. Good defense by Colin, though, getting his nose right back in there after getting beat.
All right, let's see.
Frank rolling out. It's a touchdown, JJ, in that front right corner, and that's a perfect pitch and catch there.
Nice to see him after the first game get a couple of touchdowns this game.
Yeah,
this guy's a chain mover.
We knew he'd have his teeth all in this game. He'd make a mark somehow, and there he is. And just like that, it's 4-1. Not looking good for the drivers. Let's see how Colin responds.
All right, completion on the first play. Like you said, Frankie, down 4-1. I'd really like to see them dig out of this hole a little bit.
You never want to admit you may be out of it, but this one's for pride here. They're going to score here.
All right. It looks like he's just short of the first down there. We got third and short.
Here he is looking. It's going to be Tyler. First down. This is the most efficient we've seen Colin so far.
Yeah, he seems like he's taking the short ball. I see them abandoning the deep ball a little bit. Yep. You got to take the short ones and just march upfield with another completion there.
Yep. There's James again.
Looks like his pants are falling down again.
Yeah, it does, and he's getting up hobbling a little bit. So hope he's healthy.
I'm glad I'm wearing this thing.
Right, second down here.
This offense is finally moving, though. It's good to see.
Yeah.
And, there's a little brother-on-brother action right there. Kevin wasn't going to let Tyler get one on him.
No, and that was a nice, hit right after contact with the ball by Kevin to draw that
It really
ball
dirtied the kid up. There's a shot, and it looked like James might have had a chance, but Gerasi doing what he does, he's right back in the mix.
I'd like to see the sportsmanship there.
Oh, yeah.
Helping the player up.
Tully's got to get in the end zone here. Colin's got to put one in the end zone. There's Joe Labo, gets him right down to the goal line.
Got to keep this guy involved, man. We've been saying it all day. Big target.
Fourth down, a lot of pride on the line here. Fourth down. They're going to go fade. He was looking for James and Nick Gerasi with the stop.
This guy's been a monster on defense all day.
Look at that reaction, too. And Dan's got something to say down on the sideline.
Getting chippy on the sideline.
And look at this moron.
Looks like they're celebrating early on the smoke side.
Yeah, they are. And listen, up 4-1 with the ball. I think they're allowed to do that. But it's good to see Dan down there animated. I think he can sense what's about to come. I think he knows championship could be headed his way. Dingo with the big grab.
Big grab. He's been coming alive in this game.
This is it. This could be the game-ending drive here. Frank looking. Back to the middle. It's Dingo again.
Again. Man, we've been calling his name all day.
He's had a great championship game. A great tournament.
And that's a first down for them.
Play action fake to Jesus. Jesus rounding the corner. He's got him.
Ball's up.
Game over. Championship for the Poospatuck Smokes. Frank Samisa's 79th career touchdown. That's just an unbelievable stat.
It's a 5-1 win. The Smokes were very efficient all day.
There's Dan celebrating down on the field, looking for his boys. There's Danny boy.
Stinger.
The Stinger. The Bumblebee strikes again. Unbelievable championship run. This is the Poospatuck Smokes' third championship, and what a way to do it.
Yeah, it's great to see Dan O'Shea get another ring, like you said, his third. He's been a great player for years.
I think he's just established himself just with this win as probably the second greatest coach of all time. I mean, his franchise has the most rings outside of the old team Frank, which hasn't been around for years, and this is just another accolade for him. We can look at some of the stats here. Frank Smisa well above 70% again on his completions, and he had 10 total touchdowns, and we're just getting word now that Frank Smisa is going to be named MVP of the tournament.
Well deserved. Had plenty of passing touchdowns today. As you could see, he only had 4 incompletions in the championship game.
Unbelievable.
Nick Gerasi coming alive with 3 receptions, but 2 of them going for touchdowns.
Yeah, he had 7 total receptions on the day, and 4 of them were touchdowns. The efficiency there is outrageous.
That's unbelievable, and it's really great to see JJ capitalize on all of his receptions, coming up with 7 in the championship game for 2 touchdowns.
Before we get into more Team Dan, which we will as they're the champions, just real quick, an unbelievable performance by Team Tully in Game 1, and they fought hard in Game 2, obviously couldn't overcome the injury. As you could see there, it's a did not play for Ian Tully, and that ended up mattering. But they have a lot to be proud of.
They definitely do. A guy like James, what a rookie performance. I think personally, after being in this league for well over 10 years, that may be the best rookie performance I've ever seen. Colin Tully, not historically a quarterback, just coming out, playing a great game.
Yeah, he played
2 great games.
He did.
Had an interception in that championship game, but honestly, one of the better performances by a quarterback I've seen as of late.
Yeah, James, obviously, if they found a way to win this tournament, James obviously would have been unanimous MVP. But Frank gets it. Frank gets the MVP. Team Dan gets the championship. Let's talk about this roster. Let's talk 1 through 6. Starting with Kevin McCarthy. We kept saying he was a player to watch. He was huge. Obviously, 2 touchdowns in the tournament. Plenty of catches, the interception. He was huge. He's probably going to win Center of the Year for that performance.
I think it's well-deserved. He had a big interception in that championship game. Unbelievable.
Then we talk Jesus. Jesus ends up getting hurt, so he didn't have the impact he was hoping to have, the impact that we saw in the preseason, but still figured out a way to get the game-winning, the tournament-clinching touchdown. Pretty unbelievable for him. What'd you see out of him?
I mean, he laid it all on the line. I love to see a player, when they go off the field hurt, who knows if they're going to come back in. He wanted to play.
Let's talk about the combination of Gerasi and JJ, this 1-2 punch at X receiver and Y receiver. They were pretty damn unbelievable. The 2 are going to combine for 6 total touchdowns, 4 from Gerasi and 2 from JJ. These guys were just unbelievable, and they just kept getting open on the outside.
Like you said, one of the best 1-2 punches as far as on the outside for receivers that I've seen. Just really efficient, coming down with some tough catches for both of them. And not only that, both played amazing on the defense. You had JJ great on the defensive line all day.
Both great.
Gerasi with plenty of breakups in the backfield.
Before we get into Frank, let's touch on Dan and his franchise real quick. Obviously, we just talked about it. This is his 3rd ring. This is the franchise 3rd championship. Where do you put Dan when you talk about coaches? Where do you put the Smokes when you talk about franchises?
Dan talking about coaches coming up with this 3rd ring, so he's getting up there as far when you compare him to some of the other coaches around this league, and he's shown that with a long hiatus between his championship rings, that he's not over. It's not done for him. He's back, and who knows what he does with next year.
Yeah, those were 2 disappointing years for Dan after the championship they won with Renzo at quarterback. Those were 2 disappointing years for him. I know he's super thrilled to be back here. He's looking to get his name in the mix for a Hall of Fame coaching career, and I think this really helps him with that. In terms of the Smokes, this is the 2nd winningest franchise of all time, so that's got to count for something.
Oh, absolutely. And when we do talk about Dan the player, he's on a little bit of a snap count.
Well, he's injured.
He's injured. He's injured. 24/7 injured.
Sometimes the stinger stings himself. You never know what you're going to get. But he had a great tournament. He really did.
2 big catches in the first game. Huge catch in that 2nd game.
Let's talk a little bit about the MVP. Let's talk about Frank. This is his 4th MVP. Nobody's got more than 2, so he's making history all over the place. 79 career touchdowns. His 8th championship. I want you to think about that. That's an 80% win rate when we talk about this being the 10th year. What do you see out of Frank, and what do you think of his career thus far?
The MVP had a great day today. Frank had a phenomenal day. Something that really sticks out to me was the efficiency. Not many incomplete passes. You don't see too many overthrows. He really helps his receivers out by putting them in a position to really bring it down. And he's a smart player. If the ball's going on the ground, he's going to lay on it. If it's a bad snap, he has no problem throwing it away. I like to see that. I hate to see the risk and, a turnover that can happen from just trying to chuck it up there. I think he played a great day today, Frankie.
All right. We'll keep it real here, boys. Another successful year of LOL football.